This video is going to show how I make fresh milled sourdough wheat bread. So the first thing I do is you get the bowl that you're going to use. Since I don't have a KitchenAid mixer, I use a bread machine to knead the dough. So I just take it out and I put it on my food scale and I zero it out. And the recipe is 500 grams of wheat berries. So I have a couple different kinds here. You can use whatever you want, but we're just going to add it up to 500. Okay, got a little extra, so I'm just going to take it out. You can show the thing. Okay. All right, and then I take this over here. This is my Wonder Mill, okay? And this is where the flour goes. It's all set up. You have to turn it on before you start it. It's very loud, so I'm going to just pour it in and start it up, and Ruby's going to pause the video after a second. And we're going to let it go, and we're going to come back. So it's on that. I turn it on. Okay, it's done now. That only took maybe 90 seconds. I'm going to take this flour back over into the kitchen. Put your bowl back on the food scale and zero it out. Okay, and then the recipe goes, so 500 grams of wheat berries and 400 grams of water. So I'm just going to dump my flour back into the bowl. Okay. All right, and I'm going to grab some water, hit pause. All right, so I've got filtered water here. You can't use tap water because it contains chlorine and that will kill your sourdough starter. So again, I'm zeroing it out, my food scale, so I can get 400 grams of water. Ooh, 402, pretty good. Okay, so at this point, you've got to mix it all up, the water and the flour. And then this is an optional step, but I always do it because I feel like it makes my bread taste really good, is something called Autolyse. And that is where you let the water and the flour sit for 20 to 30 minutes. And that helps the water get into the wheat. Because you have just ground it up, it takes the water a little while to get into the bran part, but I promise you it makes a softer bread and it makes a more tastier bread. So oftentimes I will just mix it up kind of like that, and then I'll just stick it in the microwave and I turn on the timer for 30 minutes. And then after that, put it back on your food scale and add your 8 grams of salt and your tablespoon of honey. I always eyeball it. And then at that point you would put it into your bread machine to knead for 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Yes, that's what my recipe says. Or in your KitchenAid mixer with the dough hook. And after the kneading time, then you would let it sit. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. 100 grams of sourdough starter after the Autolyse. 100 grams on your food scale, then 8 grams of salt and a tablespoon of honey, and knead it for 20 minutes and then let it sit for 6 to 12 hours. I oftentimes just let it sit in the bread machine after it's kneaded overnight, and then I will take it out and put it in my glass loaf pan and bake it. It's really that simple. It didn't take a whole lot of extra time to do the fresh milled, and it's so much more nutritious. I can tell a huge difference in my digestion and everything. Hope that helps.